One thing that I don't think enough people are cognizant of is the fact that most of our problems today boil down to the boomers. We are literally embroiled in generational warfare. What do I mean by generational warfare? As an elder millennial, I grew up with the awareness of the baby boomers because they literally never have shut up about themselves. One of the biggest TV shows on the air when I was a kid was The Wonder Years. And one of the biggest movies of the 1990s was Forrest Gump. Both of those are examples of media where the boomers are just looking at themselves in the mirror and being like, guys, we fucking nailed it. Aren't we the greatest? Like, ever since the 1980s, the boomers have been engaged in this one sided propaganda war where, in true narcissist fashion, they have tried to convince all of the rest of us that they are the greatest generation that's ever lived, and the rest of us all suck ass. A great example of this is how, in the early to mid 2000s, after the economic crash, all of the fast casual dining places like Fridays, Applebee's, Chili's, they were all really struggling. And there was thought piece after thought piece in the media about how millennials are killing fast casual dining. And it's like, no, Karen, you guys crashed the economy by taking out like two mortgages on both of your houses to finance the purchase of like sports cars and whirlpools. Like, you're fucking looking at me like I did something wrong. The real cherry on top for me in that whole situation was the fact that not only did the boomers not take responsibility then, they still have not taken responsibility now. Why do you think there is such a focus from the Trump administration on rounding up undocumented workers? Because they have to find a scapegoat for why the economy has sucked for the last 20 years. And it can't be themselves. They can't look in the mirror and take blame because, let's face it, that's not who the boomers are. But that's who we're fighting, my friends. It's the boomers. The boomers were the largest generation in the history of this country until the millennials came along. They were so large, in fact, and came of age at such a pivotal time in this country's history that our entire political establishment bent over backwards to accommodate them and make them happy. Because of that, our entire economic system was bent to their every whim and will. Consequently, they have never lived on the same plane of reality as the rest of us have, and they'll never have to because they were raised to look at the world as if it were a five-star resort that was custom built just for them to make sure that they were happy, to make sure that their every pleasure and every need was catered to. You can't understand the politics of the United States in the year 2025 until you understand that it's the boomers. They were the first generation that really truly believed that they would live forever. And now they realize that's not going to happen. And what we're seeing is the consequence of that realization.